Hi everybody, welcome. My name is Rosalie Grima. I am the owner and baker for The Caking Place, LLC. And today I would like to show you how to cut a round cake. A lot of people are asking me how do they cut their cakes once they get them to their home. And I wanted to show you that because it's not as easy as pie. It's not as easy as just cutting a pie. There's actually a trick to it. So I want to show you that today. So first thing you want to do, of course, is wash your hands, and you can get some plastic gloves. These are food grade gloves. The knife I like to use is a serrated knife, like a bread knife. This is going to be a lot easier to cut the cake with. It's going to, those little serrated edges are going to kind of grip and cut into the cake easily. So the first thing you would do, by the way, this is an 8-inch 4-layer cake, okay? So it's about 4 inches tall. This is a cutting guide that I will have on my website for you, so that if you do buy a cake, it kind of gives you steps of how to cut the cake. So this would be 28 servings would be wedding size pieces. Those are 1 inch by 2 inch. And party size is going to be double that. So it's going to be 2 inch by 2 inch. So we will get about 14 pieces of cake from this one cake, okay? If you had a tiered cake and the cakes were layered, like let's say there was a 6-inch tier and you wanted to serve that, you would first remove that 6-inch tier, take it off, and then cut the cake from there. So the first thing we're going to do is remove the topping, which is in this case the strawberries. You just want to put these to the side, and then we can serve them to our guests once the cake is cut. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do, I want to treat this round cake like a square. I'm going to pretend like I have a square cake right here. Let me just grab another plate here. Okay, so I'm going to just mark a line down the middle so that it kind of gives me a guide of where to cut, okay? And then I'm going to mark, so this is halfway, and now I'm going to mark another line between that, which gives me a quarter of the way, okay? Now before I do the other side, I'm just going to start right here. So now I'm going to turn the cake, and well, let's go ahead and do this side, just so you can see how it is. So now I have the cake divided into fourths horizontally. Now I'm going to turn the cake, and by the way, it's helpful to have some paper towel handy to wipe off your knife as you go. I like to have some wet and dry, and that way you can keep your knife clean. It's very important to keep your knife clean as you're cutting the cake if you want your cake slices to look clean for every serving. So now I'm going to go ahead and cut deep. I'm going to cut through this quarter here. Okay, so this is my first cut. I'm going to come to the other side and do this. Okay, now for party size servings, I'm going to do 3 pieces for this piece, 4, 4, 3. So this is an 8-inch cake. So I'm going to do 3, 4, 4, 3. All right. So I'm going to kind of think about 3 pieces for this part. Okay. All right. Once you have those cut, you can remember there's always going to be a cake board under the cake, okay? So you're not going to cut through the cake board. Obviously, you don't want to serve that to your guests. So kind of slide the knife between the cake board and the cake, and then you get a nice clean slice right there, okay? Remember, these are party size slices. If you were serving this at a wedding or a formal event, these slices would be half this size, which is the normal size for a wedding is 1 inch by 2 inch. These slices are 2 inch by 2 inch because I'm showing you how to cut party slices. So there's another slice. Okay, I'm just putting mine on pieces of parchment paper so that I can package them. But obviously you would have your own plates and have them ready for serving. Okay, so there's another slice. You can set it on the plate however you like. If you want the cake side up or down. Again, once your bread knife gets a little bit
of frosting and cake on, just go ahead and wipe that off. And then we'll dry it. And it's clean and ready for the next part. So like I said, the next part is going to be 4 pieces. So 3, 4, 4, 3. All right, I'm going to get some more parchment paper ready. Okay. All right, so now I'm just going to imagine that this strip is going to get cut into 4 pieces. So if I want to, I can kind of make a half mark there, halfway, and that gives me a guide. I'm going to cut half of that. But first, I have to cut through this way, and then I'll cut on the other side. Okay. As you can see, these party slices are pretty generous portions. All right, so there's 1 piece. And remember, again, slide under that cake board. And I'm gonna put that on a piece of parchment paper here. Okay, the next piece. So these inside pieces won't have as much frosting as the outside pieces, so keep that in mind for people that like more frosting or like less frosting. All right, and 2 more. Okay, so there's that. All right, so now we have those 7 pieces. We're going to continue with the other half of the cake for the last 7 pieces to get our 14. Okay, so again, I'm going to clean off my knife. I'm going to dry it and get some more parchment paper ready. Of course, in your case, you'll be having your plates ready, and hopefully somebody can be helping you. Makes it easier. All right, so I'm going to cut through this piece all the way. And on the other side. All right, I'm going to imagine there are 4 pieces here, so I'm going to just make a halfway cut and then half of that. By the way, this is a strawberry marble cake with homemade strawberry jam and strawberry Swiss meringue frosting, which is beautiful and creamy. All right, so there's our other 4 pieces from the center, and now I have 3 more pieces to serve. I'm going to wipe my knife again and dry it. And my last 3 pieces of parchment paper to get ready. Okay, and the last 3 pieces. So again, you're thinking about this being in thirds. There's 1, slide it under the board. It's nice to have the gloves because you can kind of hold the cake with the gloves. Okay. And 1 more. And there you have it, 14 pieces of cake ready to serve. I hope that this helps you, and if you would like, you can always check out my website at thecakingplace.com. Also, you can find me on Facebook at The Caking Place, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you.